Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to Alive here as I traveling again this morning, and hope you're having a great start to your day. And as you get your notifications, let's just say hello to a few folks here. And who's number one on the hit parade? Brahim, how are you? Now, let me know, guys. Mike from Norland, and let me know if you can hear me and see me all right. And Manette, how are you? Okay. And who else wants to say hello this morning? Janice, good morning. Okay, let's bring that over here. Maybe a little bit closer here. Tina, so I can see. Jeanette, good morning. How are you? Carrie from Nebraska. Rosalinda from Niagara Falls. And Brahim says that he can hear her and see. Karen, as you can see, I'm in my truck. And Keith, how are you? Yeah. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Norma from Texas. Nick from our staff, good morning. Mary from Norwich. And Cindy, good morning. Barbara, Kansas. Cheryl, West Virginia. Lori from Garson. Never heard of it. Dave, good morning. Cecilia, Manitoulin Island. Beautiful. Ron, how are you? Idaho. Karen, good morning from Peterborough. Annette from New Brunswick. And Kevin, here we go. And Kathy, how are you? Janice. Okay. Wendy. Folks are saying hello. Carol, how are you? Okay. Samuel. And Debbie from Windsor. Good morning to you. And Frida. Good morning. Okay. Lori. Let's do a couple. Hey, hello. Hola, Marcia from Mexico. Francis. And Cheryl. Making bacon. Faye. Terrace, BC. Guylaine, how are you? And Gary from Bolton. Couple of more and then we'll get going. Margie, Kansas. Kansas well represented this morning. Mara, Rosa. And Sandy, good morning to you. Thanks for coming on. Eric, Ottawa. I just drove through Ottawa. Karen. And Karen from Sault Ste. Marie. Heather, Port Dover. And Wendy from London. Good morning to you. Barbara from Atlanta. Sandy. Okay, she said she found me on my Facebook. Kathy, Texas. And Judy, good morning. I hate to miss you. Frida, how are you? And Beverly. Okay, hubby's making bacon and eggs. Now, your hubby is a smart man. Okay? Beata from Bradford. Okay, now, let me, there's actually three studies, newer studies on Parkinson's. Interesting. And really, all three have to do with the gut-brain axis. The more they study the microbiome, the more they study bacteria. It really is the most exciting research that's being done in the last several years, and that is the study of the microbiome. The more they study it, the more they realize that Hippocrates 2,000 years ago said all disease starts in the gut. Now, I'm not saying all disease starts there, but a lot of disease starts in the gut. So listen to this. Multi-strain, okay, this is a new study that came out that said multi-strain probiotics can reduce. This came out in JAMA, which is the Journal of American Medical Association, Psychiatry, in June said, multi-strain probiotics can help in reducing two things. One, reducing mental illness. Wow, connection between the gut and the brain, the gut-brain axis. The second one it says it can help reduce is the Parkinson's. Now, I don't know if I had to give you a little test this morning, and I asked you, what is the main cause of Parkinson's? I'd like to hear your answers. Okay? What is the main cause of Parkinson's disease? What would you say? Let me see if I can get a few people that would give me some answers there. Okay, P? Brahim, sugar, yes. Anybody else? Fungus. Michael, you got it. And Brahim, you got it right. And Marie, you got it right. And Marilyn, you got it right because you're thinking right. Louise, I like that because you're thinking. And Wendy's going leaky gut. Yeah, leaky gut. And fungus. And let me give you my version, and I've been saying this well over 30 years. When your microbiome is disrupted, what's the number one reason microbiomes get disrupted? Number one is antibiotics. Okay? And I've always said this. Antibiotics are your best friend if you have an infection. Problem is, it's a double-edged sword. Antibiotics kill your infection, kill a bacteria, but they wipe out the good guys at the same time. If you don't replace the good guys, your friendly bacteria that's on your side, you know how I talk about that war that's there, right? A war between the good and bad. And as long as things are balanced, okay. Problem is, when you wipe out your friendly bacteria, your microbiome is disrupted, and then your barrier, your border, you have a border in your gut. Think of the American border. On the southern border, they're walking across there. And listen, I don't blame people trying to get in from those third world countries or whatever, and they're trying to get into the United States. I don't blame them. All I'm saying is if there's no guards, if they just can walk in, well, you're going to have some undesirable people probably at the same time coming in. And guys, that's the same thing in your gut. When your gut bacteria is balanced, you also have coming with that is a protective barrier. It's a border. It's very microscopic. It's actually submicroscopic. There's a barrier there between your gut and your blood. When everything is good, no garbage comes across. No toxins, no heavy metal, no chemicals. Nothing comes into your bloodstream that doesn't belong. Okay? Food and water, vitamins and minerals, the things that your body needs. But when that is disrupted, guys, when that's disrupted, we call that leaky gut. And the problem is what happens in the gut doesn't stay in the gut. Parkinson's starts in the gut. It starts with an imbalance of the microbiome and then invasion. And one of the things that gets into the bloodstream when that microbiome is displaced is yeast, fungus. Michael had it right. Fungus, candida, gets in the blood. It don't belong in the blood. And with that, it will carry. It carries. Yeast is a carrier. And it will carry heavy metal. How do you get heavy metals in your brain? How do you get mercury? How do you get lead? How do you get cadmium? How do they get up in the brain? To cause Parkinson's. The gut, the blood, and then it goes across the blood-brain barrier. Yeast can travel into the brain, and it brings garbage with it. And that's why fungus is an invading species. Look, everybody has some yeast in their gut. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Until it gets in the bloodstream. You get the memo? That's what happens. And that's what happens in Parkinson's. And that is a big problem. And they're saying, listen to what this research is saying. Multi-strain probiotics can reduce Parkinson's. And I'm into prevention, guys. I'm into prevention big time. I want people to prevent Parkinson's in the first place. You need to start with your microbiome. Leaky gut, leaky brain. Leaky gut, leaky sinuses. Leaky gut, leaky joints even. Leaky gut, leaky lungs. Leaky gut, leaky skin. Whenever you see something on the skin, psoriasis, eczema, whatever, what is that? Leaky gut. Okay? Now, okay, and then what they're saying, well, for a second one on Parkinson's, they said, okay, one was multi-strain probiotic. What do I mean by that? Just so you understand it, most of you do. But for those folks who are new, what do you mean by multi-strain? When you look at a probiotic, guys, okay? And I don't mean yogurt. Yogurt, yeah, you got some probiotic in there, but it's not multi-strain. You got some acidophilus. Okay, that doesn't mean it's good. But the more strains, different strains of bacteria do different things. They have an intelligence, guys, even bacteria. Some are anti-inflammatory. Some are antifungal. Some are antibacterial. Some are antiviral. Some are antitoxic. Toxins. I mean it. Different strains do different things. And I've been working with probiotics for 40 years. Okay? And I love probiotics. You know that. You guys know that about me. And here's another study that said, okay, in the microbiome imbalance, Parkinson's, they get Parkinson's, harmful substances, I'm just quoting the study, enter the bloodstream across the blood-brain barrier. And what they're recommending and what they did to see if it works, fecal microbiome transplants. So they're actually doing now, you might have heard this already, they're doing fecal, they take healthy poop, okay, healthy feces, and they transplant that into a person with Parkinson's. And it helps. Okay? It helps. That's what this study is saying. It's incredible. Okay? Fecal transplants. Coming to a theater near you. Okay? They're going to start doing fecal transplants. It's already been done. I know that. But you know what? Medicine is slow to react to anything new like that. Okay? And, but they're taking healthy bacteria. You can do it without a fecal transplant, by the way. Just take some healthy probiotics. Anyway, okay? I'm just giving you the news. Here's another one. on Parkinson's. Like I said, there was 3. One, broad-spectrum probiotic. The other one was doing fecal transplants. And the third one is coffee and Parkinson's. Even if listen to this. I'm just reading. Guys, you think I make it up about coffee? Okay? No. These are studies. Coffee and Parkinson's. Headline. Even if you're genetically predisposed to getting Parkinson's, coffee drinkers lower their risk. Who knew? Do I ever have anything bad to say about coffee? No. No. Why would I? I told you, it's the real vitamin C, isn't it? The real vitamin C is coffee. Aren't you happy you know that? Aren't you happy that here at the Martin Clinic, we encourage you to drink coffee? All-cause mortality goes down with coffee. Isn't that incredible? Think about that. So guys, drink up. Drink up. It's the real vitamin C. Okay? Without really having vitamin C. You don't need vitamin C. You need coffee. Coffee is much better. It has 1,000 phytonutrients. And every time they do studies on it, they go, holy moly, even lowers your risk of Parkinson's. Is there anything that coffee's not good for? Eh? Can't think of anything. Actually, here's another study on Parkinson's. There was 4 studies on Parkinson's. I thought there was only 3. I'm just looking at my notes. Oh, here it is. If you have walking difficulties, okay? Walking difficulties, probably more with balance when I read the study. This could be an early sign that you're developing Parkinson's. If you have trouble navigating your turns when you're walking and that, you ever watch people, okay, that are off balance to some extent and that, they say, okay, here's what this study says. Walking difficulties, especially trouble navigating turns, can be an early sign of Parkinson's. Wow. Interesting. That may be an early indication that Parkinson's is coming. Guys, listen. The best way to prevent Parkinson's is fixing your gut. I'm convinced of that. Leaky gut. Fix leaky gut. And that is key. Start with the gut. 2, drink coffee. Drink coffee. Okay? Leaky gut. Leaky brain. And especially yeast or fungus. And you guys were right that said sugar. Because yeast needs to be fed. Don't feed the bears. Yeast needs to be fed. So even if you got yeast in your bloodstream, don't feed it. Probiotics, they will patch up that border. Probiotics will give you a balanced microbiome. And don't feed the bears. Why am I against sugar so much? Why do I talk about it almost on every program? Because sugar feeds yeast. Okay? Sugar feeds it. And it'll call your name every day. Don't feed the bears. Okay, guys, that's a little bit of a shortened version. God willing, I'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Okay? Thanks for tuning in anyways. while I was on the road for a couple of days, and looking forward to talking with you guys again very, very soon. Okay, we love you dearly. Talk to you soon.